Can the exclusionary rule affect evidence in criminal defense cases? Have you ever wondered how certain rules can impact the evidence used in criminal defense cases? Today, we will discuss the exclusionary rule and its effects on legal rights and protections. The exclusionary rule is a legal principle that plays a significant role in criminal defense. It prevents the prosecution from using evidence obtained through violations of a defendant's constitutional rights. This includes protections under the Fourth Amendment, which guards against unreasonable searches and seizures, the Fifth Amendment, which protects against self-incrimination, and the Sixth Amendment, which guarantees the right to counsel. This rule is essential for protecting defendants. It ensures that any evidence collected illegally cannot be used against them in court. For example, if law enforcement conducts a search without a valid warrant or probable cause, any evidence found during that search may be excluded from the trial. This could include physical items like drugs or weapons, as well as statements made during interrogations if proper Miranda warnings were not given. A key part of the exclusionary rule is the fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine. This means that if evidence is obtained illegally, any additional evidence that comes from that initial illegal action may also be excluded. For instance, if an illegal arrest leads to the discovery of more evidence, that evidence could also be thrown out unless an exception applies. There are exceptions to the exclusionary rule. One notable exception is the good faith exception. This allows evidence to be admitted if law enforcement officers acted with a reasonable belief that their actions were lawful, even if it turns out they were not. This exception tries to balance the need to deter police misconduct with the need to allow reliable evidence to be used in court. From a criminal defense standpoint, the exclusionary rule is a vital tool. Defense attorneys often file motions to suppress unlawfully obtained evidence. If they succeed, it can weaken the prosecution's case significantly. In some cases, it may even lead to the dismissal of charges if the excluded evidence is critical to the prosecution's argument. In practice, the exclusionary rule shapes how law enforcement conducts investigations and arrests. It requires them to follow constitutional safeguards. This rule also empowers defense attorneys to hold the prosecution accountable for any violations, promoting fairness in the criminal justice system. The exclusionary rule directly affects evidence in criminal defense cases by excluding unlawfully obtained evidence. This can be decisive in the outcome of a trial. It serves as a remedy for rights violations and acts as a deterrent against improper law enforcement actions, although its application includes important exceptions.